They going to school and they working a job, but they don't even like it. I won't be put in a box. Nobody telling me what I should rock. Nobody telling me what I should drop, cause I do what I want and just know I don't stop. Recording till 4 in the morning, they snoring. I'm pouring my soul into every story. I'm writing, producing, I mix it, I master, I'm building my craft, and I'm not looking back.
Alright, y'all, so y'all see what that is. That's that OBDeleven device, man, that I had some difficulty with earlier this year. But they released another little app that I wanted to try out. And that app is for throttle positioning. So what most people, don't know about modern day cars is that unlike the old school cars, there's no cable that goes from the gas pedal, y'all can see that down there, from the gas pedal to the engine. So it's all electronic. The pedal sends a signal to the computer, which the computer then interprets how much gas you want to give it, or how much throttle is actually opening. So say you have your foot on the gas. Normally you expect, so when you put your foot down, you expect it to be kind of one-to-one like a cable, right? So when you push your foot down, you want the throttle to open that same amount, which was, back in the day, that's what happened. It was very consistent. You knew what you were going to get. Nowadays, because the computer is doing it for you, you never really know what is going to happen. So what most automakers do is they program it for fuel economy, or they program it just kind of based on what they feel should be right for the car and the computer and the transmission and the timing of the engine and all this, etc., etc., etc. So they have a big list of parameters that they can mainly program for, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to be delayed because of emissions, fuel economy. So obviously think of it like this: if you're always one-to-one on the gas, you're always using that much fuel. So of course, with the throttle opening up, more air goes into the engine, more fuel. So what they do is they slowly open it. So you might be doing this, but they are doing this. The computer is opening it like this to slowly get that fuel mixture and all that stuff. So they do it how they want to do it. Now, for most of us enthusiasts, it's kind of annoying, right? Because we're driving, especially if you have an automatic or if you have a turbo, that little, I know it's not huge, it's just a couple of, microseconds or whatever, but that is noticeable to us. So when we press the gas and it's not one-to-one and we're not getting exactly what we want all the time, it's kind of annoying. It's a little frustrating. So especially with these cars, I have a dual clutch, which is basically an automated manual. It's 2 transmissions jammed into one, and it's controlled by a computer with 2 clutches. So instead of like a manual transmission where you have 1 clutch, this has 2 clutches, or like an automatic transmission that has a torque converter and a series of planetary gears. This just has a regular manual transmission stacked in one row, and then another manual transmission stacked in another row. 1 clutch, 1 clutch. So it switches really quickly once the computer tells it to. But from the time that your foot presses down on the gas and that throttle opens up, and then the computer says, oh, he wants to downshift or he wants another gear, those microseconds add up. Now, of course, you can use the paddle shifters, and obviously that makes it a whole lot faster. Or you can do sport mode on here, or go into the little mode selector over here, which obviously makes it a whole lot faster. But for everyday driving, you might not want to be paddle shifting, in midday traffic, which is one of the reasons that I didn't get a manual in the first place. Traffic out here is atrocious. So what does the OBDeleven do? I'll show you here in a second. There's an app for it, and it makes it, in my opinion, a lot better. Some people don't feel it. Some people say it might just be a placebo, but it actually makes it feel a lot more closer to what I want it to. Now, there's other products on the market. There's a thing called a pedal commander, which you can get, but this was significantly cheaper since I already had the OBDeleven device, and there's just a little app on here that you use on your phone, and you can switch things over really quick. So I'll show you how that happens here. Alright, so I'm in the OBDeleven app itself. So what you want to do is you want to go over to your car and then go to apps. So you see there's a lot of apps on here. So throttle pedal response is the one that you want. So see, I already have mine set up on responsive, and then there's standard. So standard is the way that the car comes, you know, from the factory, default settings, everything. Responsive is more one-to-one. So when you put your foot down on the pedal, so I can just, and you'll see or hear, because I'm just barely touching it, and then when I do give it more gas, what would happen before is I would touch it, and then it would be like, rev, touch it, rev. Now I touch it, and it's touch it, rev, touch it, rev. It's a lot faster, and that's what I want. I want that quicker response, and it's easy. Once you have that responsive there, you just press and hold that, and it'll make the change for you. And in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. All right, so I'm gonna go for a quick little drive here. I'm sorry if the air conditioner noise is blowing into the microphone. As you can see, it's 99 degrees, so I need that AC on, but you know, before I would press it and then it would delay. All right, so I'm gonna hit it to the floor real quick, and then we'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so see, it picked up immediately, and then the traction control kind of kicked in. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this. It's a lot more noticeable at the low speeds, especially, like I said, because I have the DSG, the dual clutch transmission, that the time that I really notice it is when you're just coming off of a stop. Say you're stopped at a red light and you just hit the gas. It used to be this little weird delay sometimes. Now that is pretty much eliminated, and that's what I really thought I was going to be able to get when I got my car APR tuned. But this is what I wanted the whole time, aside from all the power that the APR tune gave me. But I like this a lot. All right, guys, so again, here it is, the OBDeleven. Again, I know I made a video earlier this year detailing some issues that I had with it. I still think there are some issues that can be sorted out with the app itself to help people, but that's neither here nor there. When you know what you're looking for and know what to do, it's a very useful, very helpful tool. And like I said, with that throttle, I think it's 1,000 times better than it was before. And so if you have the OBDeleven app and you have a Volkswagen, Audi product, I think that is definitely a way to go, a major win if you're kind of tired of that lazy throttle pedal feel as I am. You may want to try this before spending money on a pedal commander box. I know the pedal commander has different levels and sensitivity and all that stuff that you can tweak and change and all that stuff, but you might want to try this first. And even if you don't have a Volkswagen product, you may want to try that pedal commander on your car. I know they make it for all different makes and models and stuff like that, so try that out if you feel like your throttle response isn't as crisp and responsive as you want it to be. But anyway, man, that's my video. I like the way that my setup turned out. And hey, it's your boy 728, man. Please like, please subscribe, please share, hit that notification bell. It helps me out tremendously. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I'm about to do it way different. I am just an icon living. I am just an icon living. Icon living. I am just an icon living. I am just an icon.